Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, welcome to another market open stream. Today, the broader market is not looking so good, but it's always looking good these days for Bitcoin and crypto. And that's because something massive is coming today to Bitcoin. I'm going to explain what it is today. Man, this morning we were so close to breaking into a new high. So let's talk about what's so massive coming to Bitcoin that could change the landscape forever once again. Seems like every single day we're getting something massive, something new that we've never had before. Let's talk about it. And let's talk about all the crypto that may be skyrocketing today as well. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Welcome. Look at where we are right now. 91.8. Looking at Bitcoin's graph right now, you would think, oh man, everything is doing good. If you're looking at this, we are so rock steady. There's like no volatility whatsoever. We touched upon 92.9 just like an hour ago. We may be breaking at 93.5 today because something massive is launching. But if you look at a broader market, it's not looking good. It's not looking good because the tension between Ukraine, Russia, and now US is escalating because Biden told Ukraine it was okay for Ukraine to launch long-range missiles, and they did, and now Putin is not happy, and Putin lowers the threshold for nuclear strike, and that's why, Dow and everything else is not looking so good today. Okay, but here's the thing. MicroStrategy is still green right now. But it may be coming in red. Yesterday was absolutely spectacular for MicroStrategy, up like 13%. So maybe a profit-taking day, and the broader market may pull it down. Coinbase down a little bit. But you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not, because right now, Bitcoin and crypto seems to have decoupled away. And MicroStrategy seems to have decoupled away from the broader market because people can't get enough right now. So I would not be surprised if both of these turn super green later today, just like yesterday. Coinbase was like majorly in the red yesterday, and then it flipped to plus 7% by the end of yesterday. And MicroStrategy started out like plus 2%, and it ended up at like plus 13% yesterday. So it could be the same way today, and Bitcoin could just go skyrocketing to a new high today, regardless of what happens in the broader market, because now people also see Bitcoin as a new store of value. Normally, when there is global tension like this, they go buy gold. And I'm sure there are people that are buying gold. But now these days, there are a lot of people saying, hey, why don't we go buy Bitcoin instead? It's so much easier. And it's a better store of value than gold. It definitely is a better hedge against inflation because Bitcoin appreciates a lot better. Just look at the year-to-date performance and the appreciation over the last 5 years or 10 years or whatever, 14 years. Nothing out appreciates Bitcoin. And the landscape for Bitcoin keeps on changing for the better, just getting better and better and better and better. And today, there is something else that's massive that's going to change the landscape once again. Something that we never, ever had before and is opening up today. You may be wondering what that is, and here it is. Not only did we get ETFs this year, we are today getting IBIT ETF Options, which is absolutely monstrous when it comes to derivatives in Wall Street. Options, basically, in terms of liquidity or volume, is normally way bigger, way bigger. The market size is huge, massive compared to the underlying, I guess, commodity that's actually being traded. So right now, if you look at like Bitcoin, we're already in the trillions. Options, the size of this could be enormous. As big as ETFs have been, as big as we do have Bitcoin options right now on Deribit, like a smaller exchange, it's really small compared to the size of Bitcoin's market cap itself. But once this opens up, which it has today, it could break records, first of all, and it could bring so much more money into the space once again. We know ETFs already have changed the landscape for Bitcoin, for better, for worse. You could argue for worse too. Over time, it could allow institutions to buy so much of the supply up. But right now, in the interim, it's definitely helping the price. But options could change the landscape once again and allow even more institutions to come in and bring in their billions and trillions into the space and gobble up more IBIT, which gobbles up more Bitcoin. So, first in history, we've never, ever had this before. And again, this allows Bitcoin to mature even more. Okay, so I mean, this is happening right in front of our eyes. We've never had a commodity mature this quickly in history. Okay, I mean, we think that Bitcoin's been around forever. It's only been around for like 14, 15 years. You look at how long it's taken gold or something else to get its ETF and options, like thousands of years before it happened. In Bitcoin, only 15 years. It's quite amazing. It's really amazing. And we can see effects of this as Bitcoin goes higher and breaks into new highs. And as FOMO hits and volume picks up, it's really going to add to that supply shock that I've been talking about forever, right? It actually, like I've been saying, it actually really scares me that this is the last time any one of us, retail people, retail investors, will be able to accumulate significant amount of Bitcoin. As we break into six figures and beyond, it is just going to be so hard for any retail investors to accumulate any significant amount because it's just going to get so expensive. For these big boys, they can accumulate as much as they want because they have billions and trillions. But for us, six-figure Bitcoin is no joke. It's going to take you 5 figures, $10,000, just to buy you 0.1 Bitcoin. That's why it's been so important to DCA along the way. That's been my message for years now. And a lot of you guys have listened, but a lot of you guys that have, maybe not listened and just listened to me recently, you're probably feeling it, right? It's expensive. That's why DCA works. Anyways, if you're looking at the regular ETF numbers, yesterday was a pretty positive day. Almost 90 million in for BlackRock. Overall, 254 million. The guys that panic sold days prior, 370 million, 400 million, they all look like fools. But not BlackRock, though. Like, look at all these ETFs that sold and all the institution that sold. They all look like idiots. They all had to buy back. BlackRock didn't. BlackRock still inflowed, right? So, again, a lot of people panic sell for no apparent reason. Like, why would you do that? There's zero reasons for outflowing right now. Zero reasons to panic sell Bitcoin. All you're doing is giving it away to smarter investors. That's what it is. That's how I have always explained it. Okay, when it comes to investing, not even Bitcoin, it's basically the weaker hands are selling to the stronger hands, the diamond hands. It's really it, especially when it comes to something like Bitcoin. You're giving away your life-changing wealth to someone else, and usually to a smarter, bigger whale that probably doesn't need it. Okay, so why do that? Don't do that. Keep it for yourself. These guys know. Metaplanet knows. MicroStrategy knows. Saylor knows. Saylor just bought $5 billion worth yesterday. He's announcing he's going to buy more. He's going to raise more money. Metaplanet, following the same footsteps, right? Their stock is flying. They're buying more Bitcoin every single day. It is looking good for any company that is getting involved with Bitcoin, because that is the way, the Bitcoin strategy works. There's no doubt about it. That's why Bitcoin is holding so steady. Look at it. There's no volatility. It's just like a steady line now, right? Like after we broke into the 90s, like we're just there. There's like no movement whatsoever. Now all doubts have been erased. All the naysayers that said, oh yeah, we can never break past our previous high and hold. You know, after we broke through solidly that 69,000, we broke into 70,000. There's no question now. After we're in the 90s, all the doubters went away. What happened to the people throwing out that 5.3 theory? Oh, Bitcoin will never break through the 80s. 80 is the top for Bitcoin in this cycle. What happened to those people, huh? Do you ever hear from those people now? Like, you just have all these stupid theories and stupid people that was trying to FUD everyone, but now they're all gone. Right? Now it's like, man, I wish I bought more Bitcoin. But it's looking really strong right now, guys. We're at 91.8. And like I said, we were really, really close of breaking 93 earlier. I don't know. Today, there's something feeling it today. Even though the broader market is so bad today, you know, I don't know. Today, there's something about today. We may see something. We may see something special. Today actually may be a day where we get into all-time high. We actually may break into all-time high today. Probably because a lot of people are turning to Bitcoin. Because they now see Bitcoin as a new store of value, as an alternative to gold. We'll see. We'll see. That would be amazing. A 90% Bitcoin rally is inevitable. It's coming. We know it is. And when it does, it's going to be amazing. We're going to see triple digit, six figures, and we're going to not know what to do with ourselves because, you know, Bitcoin's going to be at some crazy mark and it's just going to be nuts. We're going to see a bullish cross, okay, with the 100 moving average, 100 and 200 moving average. We're going to see that bullish cross. We're going to see Bitcoin skyrocket to the moon. And we have the entire 2025 to look forward to. I mean, it's just going to be absolute craziness, right? And again, I showed you guys that big giant cup and handle, and that's exactly what's happening right now, that breakout. We're in our 90s. Soon we'll be in the hundreds. And then, you know, and then we're going to go into 110, 130, 150, 180, 200, 250. And if the options pick up, the ETFs pick up, strategic reserve buying picks up, countries start FOMOing, everything starts aligning next year with more rate cuts, liquidity starts flowing. Next year, the supply shock really kicks in. It's going to be absolutely crazy next year, guys. Craziness. And you know what happens after craziness? Altcoin season happens. That's when it's going to get real crazy. That's when the 100Xs come for altcoins. And we're starting to see that already. Hedera obviously has been doing really, really good. Okay, I didn't know this. Obviously, Hedera has been jumping because they've been involved with several things. Number one, the new blockchain initiative with Doge for the new voting system, the ID system. They're also working with XRP. But hey, Brian Brooks is shortlisted to succeed Gary Gensler at the SEC. Did you guys know this? Imagine if he replaces Gary Gensler at the SEC. How bullish would that be? That would be extremely, extremely bullish. That would be awesome. I mean, it's looking, again, think about it next year. We get a super pro SEC chair, and the new administration is super pro crypto. Like, what better scenario? And we're heading into 2025, the most bullish year of the 4-year cycle. I mean, what more do you want? This is, the stars are aligning here, right? This is the perfect storm of goodness. That's awesome. Solana, obviously you guys know Solana has been breaking out. I think it's like 250 now. No, it's 240. I thought it was like 250. It was getting up there. 240 is not bad either. But a lot of people were like, oh, why are you so bullish on Solana? I mean, Solana is it's just going nuts. DEX volume is going crazy. 41 billion in DEX volume. It's nuts. Ethereum wishes it could have 41 billion DEX volume now. Solana is breaking all metrics right now. And a lot of you guys are wondering why Ethereum is not moving. It's because Solana is eating its lunch. In every single metric, Solana is beating it. That's why I've called for Solana to flip Ethereum. And it's going to happen. If it's not going to happen this year, it's going to happen next year. It's going to happen. Just wait for it. All the metrics already support it. It's just a matter of time. That's why it's been doing very well. And that's why it's getting, the market cap of the two is shrinking closer and closer and closer. Bonk is doing pretty well today. It burned 100 billion. 100 billion, that's quite a lot. But of course, all the other memes on Solana are getting hot, really hot. And there's all these new ones coming out from Pump.fund that are doing very well. It seems like there's a new one every single day that's pumping. So pretty good. Of course, Elon is still very hot right now, working with Trump and now working with Cardano. Charles Hoskinson has some NDA written up with SpaceX. He's still very involved with Doge, calling himself the Doge father, and Doge is coming up today or yesterday and today. I don't know if he's ever go build some kind of crypto wallet into X. Now that next year is probably going to be very favorable for crypto in the US, maybe now he's going to build that crypto wallet and payment system into X. Maybe he's been waiting for that, right? Because he didn't want to be sued again by the SEC. But now maybe this whole thing with Hedera and Cardano, maybe he's been waiting so that he could integrate them into X. If you think about it, that makes a lot of sense. And maybe you can integrate Doge into X as well. I just thought about that. If you think about it, that actually makes a lot of sense. I wish he would integrate Solana instead, but you know what? Hey, if he integrates Hedera and Solana, so be it. Yeah. And for Doge, if you look at previous patterns, previous pump patterns, the pump one stage is not quite done yet. Pump one stage, according to this guy, would be to $2, and then pump two stage would send it to $20. If Doge went to $20, I don't know what market cap it would be at, but it would be at an insane market cap. I can't even imagine what market cap would be at, but you know what? If it happens, great. A lot of people will get really, really, really rich off of it. So if it happens, it happens. What else? last thing is this. Binance somehow did not learn. Binance at BUSD had to close it down. And Binance is launching a new stable coin that has yield 19.55. They call it BFUSD. And they say it's a reward-bearing margin asset for future trading. So it sounds a lot like something that we had before. And this picture sums it up perfectly. So hopefully, whatever Binance is doing is not like algorithmic or in any way interest-bearing like Luna. I don't know what it is. I just found that to be funny, but yeah, Binance is doing something with their BFUSD. And rather do 20%, they just decided to do 19.55%, as if that's a little bit better than 20%. You just have to laugh at that. All right. Broader market in the US still really sucks. MicroStrategy still freaking in the green, about to hit $400. Nothing is stopping MicroStrategy at this point. This rocket ship is not going to stop. It is approaching $80 billion. Sailor is laughing all the way to the moon right now on the SpaceX rocket. Bitcoin is not stopping. Bitcoin is at 92.1. And again, who knows? Maybe we'll hit a new high today. Nothing is stopping the crypto train right now, guys. Nothing is stopping the crypto train. Doge is doing well today, up about 5%, climbing up because of probably the Elon effect. Everything else, Hedera's taking a little breather. Well, when I say a little breather, just a little bit, considering it went up like 40% yesterday. Solana's hanging out around the 240 mark, which is great. ADA is hanging out around the 73-cent mark. XRP hanging around $1.10. And overall, we're hanging out around the 3 trillion market cap. Firing on all cylinders, guys. All cylinders. All right, let's do Q&A. All right. Let's see here. Someone asked, Zeus's asked, is $5 XRP end of 2025 now realistic? You know what? That's a long way to climb. Okay. But you know what? If Gary Gensler's out, anything could happen. XRP went from nothing to $4 end of 2018. So this cycle, can they break their previous high and just go skyrocketing to $5? Sure, anything can happen. It's possible. Why did Tezos pump yesterday? Because a lot of whales just decided to pump it. Quite simply, whales were pumping a lot of random chains yesterday. Thoughts on Pepe going to 50 billion market cap? It's possible. I called Pepe being the Doge of this cycle, and it's possible. Solana is about to flip. Tether is going to be number 3, right behind Ethereum. Hendricks, George, the hype cycle is always fun, but how do we avoid crazy price prediction like last cycle? Also, thoughts on the downticks this cycle. Seems folks sell around Thanksgiving for holidays. Maybe they do. If they do, they do. You could either use that opportunity to DCA more or just ignore it. How do we avoid crazy price cycles, price predictions? Who says you have to avoid them, or who says you have to listen to them altogether? I'm not sure what you want me to answer there. Just don't listen to price predictions at all. Did you see Sailors on... no, I did not. Opinion on Proppy. I don't really have an opinion. It's RWA. They've been around for a while. I think RWA in real estate, right? I don't really have an opinion on them. I like the concept better than RWA on yield. I'll say that. But as a project, I don't know how far they come. That's really it. Like this Big Daddy Sailor. Man, this company. I loaded up in my portfolio. I loaded up MicroStrategy and MSTU. I just knew, like, there's nothing stopping this company now. With Sailor and Bitcoin, there's nothing stopping this. This is go to the moon this cycle. No, in MicroStrategy and Bitcoin, miners like CLSK Riot losing hope on miners. Should I stay patient or abandon? I've said this before. People have asked me, should I go with miners or MicroStrategy? Miners, it's a difficult game. There are a lot of miners, okay? And there's different variables. Electricity cost changes, the regions, they become favorable or unfavorable, right? They have to worry about having events. They have to worry about just different conditions. MicroStrategy doesn't have to worry about any of that. They don't have any competition. Their only competition is really ETFs, but Sailor has proven that he has a different model than the ETFs. He can continue to raise forever, offer convertible notes or borrow money and just keep buying Bitcoin. And obviously it's working. It just works. Wall Street loves it. And he has become the new Bitcoin Jesus. He's the figurehead, right? And it works. So that's why there was someone else that keeps asking me, well, isn't it better to go with a smaller miner? There's more upside and this and that. But if you look at the performance, you can't argue with the 1 year performance or the 5 year performance. Like, if you look at a stock, there's nothing that outperforms this no matter what. So that's why, like, when it comes to a Bitcoin related stock, you just go with the best, and that's MicroStrategy. Like, even Coinbase can't outperform this. Robinhood can't outperform this. Even Nvidia can't outperform this. As amazing as Nvidia has been, it still trails MicroStrategy. This has been the best performing stock in the last 10 years. That's how amazing the stock is. And I don't think it's going to stop. I really don't think it's going to stop. At least, you know, for the next year. As Bitcoin gets hotter, I just don't think anything's going to be better than this. Even miners. I can't imagine how the miners can outperform this. I really don't. There's no scenario, unless there's one miner that somehow buys out all the miners and becomes a monopoly. I don't see how they can compete with that, you know? RK, I'm sick, but I had to tune in. That's a good reason to tune in because there's nothing else you could do. Will XTZ continue to pump? Probably not. The only reason why Tezos pumped was because whales decided to pump it yesterday. It was disappointing. I tried to play it. I tried to catch it at the top, and then it just dumped on me. I lost a ton of money on that. But that was the only reason. Yesterday, there was a ton of random pumps. And just it seems like whales are just pumping it. That's all. But in a bull market, like I said, everything will pump. Like right now, it just seems like the whales are putting a lot of money everywhere because they're trying to prepare for the bull market. That's what it seems like is happening. There's not a whole lot of news on a lot of these. Someone's asking about Hedera. I don't like Hedera. I don't see them having a bright future. Sandbox, Decentraland. Joe, metaverses are just not popular. Even Facebook, Meta, seems like Zuck stopped talking about metaverses. They used to spend $8 billion a year on their metaverse. Even he stopped talking about it. So it seemed like the metaverse kind of craze is over. But who knows? Maybe it shifts back when games get hot again. It could. It could happen. This will be incredibly bullish. Unless he also becomes the power or something, turns him into another Gary Gensler. Because people thought Gary Gensler was going to be very pro-crypto too. He was teaching freaking crypto classes at MIT, and then somehow he just became like, power hungry, or people started pulling his strings, whatever. I don't know what happened to Gary Gensler. A lot of people thought he was going to be very pro-crypto, and then he just like started calling everything a security and started attacking everything. The power got to him, or like certain people got to him. So hopefully that's not going to be the case. Mr. AZ. I'm not going to repeat what you said, but that's fine. See, this is the reason why MicroStrategy is standing out from everyone. Okay, from the miners, from anyone else, from the ETFs. When the ETFs debuted, a lot of people questioned if it was going to hurt MicroStrategy. Even I questioned that. I'll admit it. I thought it would actually hurt MicroStrategy, but Saylor, he had a plan and he stuck with it, and it works. And his plan is he could always just keep raising more money. You could see after he bought this $4.6 billion, which I don't even know how he just magically came up with another $4.6 billion. He bought another 51,000 Bitcoin. That was just a day ago. And look at the headline on top. He's going to raise another 1.75 billion to buy more Bitcoin. As this stock, here's the genius of it. As this stock goes up, he could keep raising more money. He could always sell off more shares. Okay? He could keep selling more shares or offer more shares to buy more Bitcoin. And it's just a perpetual cycle of selling more shares and buying more Bitcoin with it. And it's just a genius move right now. And Wall Street loves it. That's why this stock never stops. It's going to break 400 now. It's an $81 billion company now. And that's why that system works. It's better than even ETFs, because ETFs can't do that. Only Sailor can. Now, Metaplanet from Japan is doing that at a much smaller scale, and it's working for them. Their growth, if you're in Japan or anyone's in Japan, you should buy Metaplanet stock. Their stock is going up by thousands of percents right now, too. They're doing exactly the same thing. They're copying the exact same strategy, and it's working. But if David's asking, but if Sailor refuses to sell Bitcoin, won't his company tank in 2026? Why? Why would it? He didn't sell in 2022 or 2023. Are you saying because if Bitcoin goes down? But at this point, I don't think so. He proved the point. He proved the point that if you hold in DCA long enough, it works. It works. And he has acquired so much Bitcoin now. He's like, he's seen as like one of the big. He's seen as the Bitcoin Jesus now. It used to be Roger Ver. Those of you guys that have been in space long enough know that name. But now he's like the new Bitcoin Jesus. I have no idea about runes or dog. David, he's not a trader. None of these guys will sell and try to buy back. They're not traders, man. Okay. Don't even have that thought in your head. He's not going to say, I'm going to sell 300,000 Bitcoin in 2026 and buy it back in 2027. That is the most ridiculous thing. That's not going to happen. Angel, don't at me. And yes, I like Jupiter. If I like Sol, I like Jupiter. I have said that many times in the past. SCR USA. Today is better to buy micro versus SUI, Sol, and Bitcoin. Sure. Sure, Dimitri. Yes. Yes to all your questions. 92.2. We're getting back up there, guys. Man, now it's 5%. This is what's happening right now. This is FOMO time too. The broader market is off today. Minus 400 is completely red today. And this is the only stock that's going up. Everyone's FOMOing in on MicroStrategy right now. Coinbase, not green yet, but I have a feeling Coinbase is going to turn green too. Anything that's Bitcoin related, Mara's up today. Let's see. Ooh, Nvidia's actually up today. Oh, probably because of earnings. Earnings go be tomorrow, so people are speculating that. What about Robinhood? Robinhood is up today too, but you just can't beat MicroStrategy. It was up 13% already yesterday, and it's up another 5%. And Bitcoin may follow. It'll be amazing if Bitcoin forms a new high today. Although I would actually prefer if Bitcoin didn't. I would prefer if Bitcoin just stayed. Thoughts on Akash? Been watching the show for years. Thanks. I don't know about Akash. It's a deep hidden play. Cosmos chain stuff has not moved, and that could be good thing. I've noticed Injective, Akash, Celestia, and Say, they have not moved yet. I've been talking about random chains being pumped. Cosmos stuff has not pumped. Cosmos itself has not pumped. So there could be a rotation into all these soon. Injective is a fine chain, and it has not moved yet. So Akash could be joining those Cosmos chains soon. So, Dimitri, should we DC in MicroStrategy before anything else? I've been talking about MicroStrategy forever, man. So, it's up to you. Can you talk about chains that provide direct withdrawal to bank accounts? Depends if you're in the US or not. Outside the US, I'm not sure which ones, but in the US, all the big ones do. Coinbase, Crypto.com, which is a partner. If you want to sign up with them, you know, I have a link in my description. Coinbase, Crypto.com, Kraken, Gemini, all the big ones in the US do. But if you're outside the US, a lot of these do. I know Crypto.com operates in a lot of countries around the world. So does Coinbase. But like in specific countries, they have their own. And I'm not sure which ones. Man, this stock needs to stop. Like I shared this story, right, about my friend, my lifelong friend that refuses to buy Bitcoin. He's always been a Tesla guy, forever. And only recently, he's given up on Tesla. So he switched to NVIDIA. And he switched to NVIDIA at pretty much the worst time because NVIDIA stopped moving and Tesla started moving. And throughout all these years, I've been trying to get him to buy Bitcoin. He refuses to. So then I told him, at the very least, go buy some Bitcoin ETFs because he's a stock guy. He's not a crypto guy. Go buy some Bitcoin ETFs or go buy some MicroStrategy. And I told him this when MicroStrategy was in the 200s. And then every day he's like, nah, I don't want to buy MicroStrategy. I saw in the .com bubble, I saw in the 300 and crashed down, I could have bought it. And every single day, every single week, I've been telling him, go buy some MicroStrategy. Go buy some Bitcoin. Go buy some MicroStrategy. Recently, MicroStrategy had a day where it crashed down like 7% or something, right? Like this past week, I think. It fell down 7%. What day was it? It was like this day. It was this day right here. Yeah, like I think it was this day right here. No. Over here. No, it was like over here. Yeah. When it fell down to here. No, no, I think it was even earlier than that. Anyways, it was one of these dip days. I'm like, go buy some MicroStrategy. And then, of course, he doesn't buy. I'm like, come on. Just do it. Just do it already. He just refuses to listen. I just can't, you know, you just can't. Sometimes you just can't convince someone, you know? The fat kernel. Hi, Jordan. My curiosity is too overwhelming. I need to know what it means. What does at mean when applied to your name? You seem to hate it. Well, because people overuse it. People keep spamming at CryptosRUs, and it highlights it. And the people keep spamming it. That's why I hate it when people use it. People think I don't see their comments, and sometimes I do see it, and I purposely ignore it. And sometimes I do miss it, but then people keep spamming the same thing over and over and over and again, and it annoys the hell out of me. So that's why I tell people to stop. Brent says, I checked up on Unix last night, a little overwhelming with all the indicators of the tool. Any advice to simplify using it for dummies like me? Unfortunately, all the exchanges are like that. You just kind of got to use it. And learn it. Just go slow at your own pace, because even if you use like Coinbase Advanced or Pros like that, just do market trades. Just do market trades, and you could use spot too. You don't have to use leverage trade. You know, if you want to use spot, that's fine. You don't have to set a bid or anything like that. I always just do market trades. So just go slow. And a warning is, if anyone is doing leverage trade, always use isolated, don't use cross, and go with very low leverage. Don't try to be like a degen and go like 100x, 50x. That's how you go get liquidated really fast. Okay, but one pro tip is always use isolated. Don't use cross. Because cross will pull your liquidity from your available like margin, and you don't want that. Lazaro, where's Soloway? I have no idea. I don't know. You guys tell me where he is and where his short positions are. What's your prediction about Nvidia earnings? Man, we got 7,000 people on here. It's crazy. You know what? Nvidia is actually doing very well today. Nvidia has been killing it with all their earnings, every single one. I expect more of the same. I mean, look at this. They've been just absolutely killing it with every single one of their earnings. I can't imagine that it's going to slow down. They have been blowing away every one of their quarterly earnings. So I expect more of the same. AI is not slowing down anytime soon, and they're the best. Their Blackwell chips is the best. They could charge whatever the hell they want, and every tech company is buying them. So that's it. So I think it's going to be good. Now, Wall Street always has estimates, so whether or not they meet or exceed their estimates, that's another story. But I think it's going to be good. And if it's really good, they'll go pop another like 20% or 10% or whatever. And I think Wall Street anticipates that. That's why they're up today. But honestly, over the last month, they've been pretty flat. Yeah, actually, if you look at the whole month, they have not moved at all. Have you looked at peak yet? No, I have not. Ariel, new to crypto. Should I buy XRP at this price? I would say if you're new, just go small and DCA in. Do not go all in. Meaning like if you had like $1,000 or $5,000, don't go all in at once. Spread out your buys. Go slow. So if you make a mistake, a lot of people do this. Like they have $5,000, they'll put it all in and then it goes down. They buy at the top and they're like, oh damn, you know, it always happens to me. I buy, it goes down, and they get discouraged, right? So rather than do that, if you have $5,000, let's say, okay, I put in $1,000 and wait it out. Like a week or two goes by, it goes down or it goes up, whatever. You're like, okay, you study it for a little bit, then you're ready, then put in another $1,000 like that, or maybe even wait a month. Spread it out. Use the opportunity to learn, right? Get your feet wet a little bit. Listen to me, listen to others, educate yourself. Do it like that. 11.7 production. I'm not going to talk about Jesus coin. Snack crushing 10x, quite possibly Hendrix. Started in September. I'm 11K hoping for 15x returns. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know what you bought. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? It could be possible. All right, guys. That's it for today. Well, at least this morning. Overall, it's a good day. We're going to get Bitcoin ETF options, which will change the landscape once again. It seems like every single day we're getting something new, something great, and is going to change Bitcoin forever. And right now, we're just hitting on all cylinders, guys. Every single day, it's looking better and better and better and better and better. All right. Stay strong, my friends. Smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys tonight. Usual time, 8:30 a.m. 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. I'll see you guys tonight. Take care. Bye-bye.